Taylor Swift has made billions from her Eras tour, and now the show is hitting the silver screen, and a local drive-in is basking in some of the success. Tonight, our Brent Weber bought a ticket at the Quasar Drive-In, where the Eras film is the only moving showing until early November.
Pop quiz. What do Elvis, the Beatles, Madonna, Michael Jackson, and Taylor Swift have in common? They're all cross-platform entertainment icons. And before you roll your eyes, consider this. They've all had their share of haters.
Are you ready for it?
I like her personality.
What's her personality like?
She's fun. Crazy, funny, nice. Also, I heard Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Yes. We ship. We ship them. These are the bracelets we're trading.
Oh, cool.
Taylor and
Travis. Come on, get hip and jiggy with it. What's your favorite song?
Cruel Summer.
What's your favorite Taylor song?
Style right now.
Last week, the Eras tour opened in more than 3,800 U.S. theaters, including the single-screen Quasar Drive-In here in Valley.
The Swifties just blew me away. They were packed in here, singing at the top of their lungs, out in front of down in front of the screen dancing. I saw some umbrellas. I saw more ponchos and plastic bags and stuff. It was surreal.
Friday night, it was super windy, super rainy and cold. I had my hand warmers in, 2 layers of clothes and a coat and a hat, but we had the best time ever. It was awesome.
Some things are out of the hands of theater owners like Carl's, including ticket prices and required number of showings, which created some boos from fans of scary movies.
We'd already had our October scheduled with, your typical horror movies and stuff. And, this thing, she released word of this movie on August 31st, I think it was, and it bounced into the fall movie schedule like a disco ball in a graveyard. Like it scattered everything. The Exorcist release moved back for it. We moved things around. I told Jenny, I'm like, we have to do this movie. And it's just been amazing. It was the most miserable weekend to be outside at the movies that you probably could have put together last weekend, and they blew our box office record away.
How many times do you think you're going to watch this movie?
Yeah.
I got coming back every day.
Every day.
The Swiftie-fueled box office bonanza may really help Quasar cash in on the future. They're hoping that they can put up a second screen so that perhaps next Halloween they won't have to bump any scary movies. On your side in Valley, Brent Weber, 6 News.
Oh, those girls were having the time of their life. Of course, the single-screen drive-in is limited to single nightly showings Thursday through Sunday the next 2 weekends. The Eras tour can also be seen on at least 36 screens at indoor theaters across the metro this weekend.